friends, today we're doing a little shop my stash, get ready with me. I take you along as I go through my makeup collection, shop my stash for this look right here. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite look I've ever done. We had a couple duds, we had a couple questionable products in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Before we get started on that though, I did want to give a huge thank you to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on today's video. I wanted to tell you about their Mother's Day sale they have coming up. So Ana Luisa is a sustainable jewelry company based out of New York City. I've been working with them for a couple of years now. I love their jewelry. I think it's beautifully made. It's simple, it's dainty, but in the best way, and it's lasted a very long time. All the pieces that I own still look just as good as when I first got them years ago at this point, and I wear them all the time. Almost all the jewelry that you see on me in any given moment in a video that I have on here, almost all of it is going to be Ana Luisa jewelry. So like I said, they're having a Mother's Day sale because Mother's Day is coming up. So like if you have not been thinking about that, what you're going to get your mom, your grandma, your sister, your best friend, now is a perfect opportunity to check out some beautiful jewelry for them. They're best sellers for Mother's Day. First one being their initial necklace. I have it right here in silver for my daughter who is named Ivy. I love this necklace so much. It holds such a special place in my heart whenever I wear it. I'm just like representing her. I know that may sound silly, but like I just think that's a really cute touch. I also have this in a gold H for our last name. So that's really nice. It comes in silver or gold depending on what you're interested in or the color jewelry of the person that you are buying for. They also have this really beautiful and dainty mama necklace right here. It also comes in gold. I think this is so stinking cute. I love how short it is, so you can layer and stack it with other jewelry pieces, and it's just simple and understated and dainty, but in the most beautiful way, but not so dainty that it's going to break. I wear these necklaces all the time around Ivy, and she is 2. She just turned 2 at the end of March, and girl is rough sometimes, and she has grabbed onto these necklaces and yanked a couple times, and they are still going strong. They are very durable in my experience. So I'm going to have the link to the Ana Luisa website in the top of my description box for you guys to go and check out their Mother's Day sale. Definitely just click around, see if you find anything that you like for yourself or someone that you love in your life. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on today's video. Now let's go back in time, shop my stash, and show you how I got this makeup look right here. Okay, first up for eyeshadow, I've been dying to try this eyeshadow from the ColourPop Twilight New Moon collaboration as a one and done since I swatched it in my video on this collaboration, and I haven't had a chance to try that out yet. Primers, I'm gonna go ahead and choose, ooh, do I want the Laura Mercier hydrating or the Makeup Forever Hydra Booster? Let's go with the Makeup Forever Hydra Booster Step 1 Primer because I already know I want to try the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation. I picked this up on the tail end of the Sephora sale, so I had already filmed my Sephora sale haul before I picked it up. I've been dying to try the stick foundation for like over a year at this point, so I want to make sure it has a nice hydrating base under it. Concealer, we're going to come over here and we're going to try this It Cosmetics one again. I think that's what I wanted to do. I know this isn't going to have a ton of coverage, and I think the Dior foundation is, so we'll see how they look together, but I only tried it that one time in my trying new makeup, so I want to give it a go again. Then for powders, I don't know how drying that stick foundation is going to be, so I'm just going to play it safe with my Ami Collet powder. This one sets my makeup down beautifully, but is never drying on me. We're going to skip a couple drawers and come down here to bronzers. You know, I haven't reached for this e.l.f. one in a while, this e.l.f. bronzer and contour, their camo one, so we're going to go with this for my liquid bronzer. And then powder bronzer, let's stick with the drugstore theme and go with my L'Oreal Infallible bronzer. I love this stuff. Then we've got blush. I do want to play it a little safe on the blush because I feel like that eyeshadow is going to be kind of dark and dramatic. So let's go ahead and go with my Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face blush in the shade Bareback. I think that this will go really well with that darker eyeshadow. Highlight, I'm going to play it safe and just use my Dior highlight quad because it's my favorite. Then I'll go ahead and grab my e.l.f. Wow Brow that I always use, along with my Clio Kill Lash mascara that I also always use. I just don't use anything else, you guys. And then for setting spray, let's go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury one just because I'm using a new foundation and I know I love this setting spray and I know it works really well. And then I don't think I'm going to pick a lippy quite yet. I think I'm going to wait until I see how the eyes and the blush come together, and then I will pick a lipstick, lip gloss sort of combination in a minute. So I think that's all, guys. Okay, I didn't show this in the shop my stash portion, but we are going to go ahead and use my Ulta Beauty Matte Veil Longwear Eye Primer just to prime these lids. Give it a blank canvas to apply that eyeshadow on. Okay, so like I said, I want to use the ColourPop Twilight New Moon collaboration, their Super Shock shadow. They came out with two. I wanted to use the more like olivey bronzy one. This is in the shade We Won't Bite. I am unsure if this is still available. I know that this came out a couple months ago and ColourPop doesn't like to keep their collaborations in stock very long. And since then, they've came out with like 14 collaborations. So I'm not entirely sure if this is still available. If it is, I'll link it, but I'm not sure. It's a Super Shock, so I don't know the best course of action for applying it. Maybe my fingers? Let me just start off with my fingers and see how that goes. Oh, this is dark. Okay. Yeah, I knew it would be, but that's pretty though. Ooh, that's not my vibe these days. But this is pretty. I'm going to go ahead and take like a little fluffy dome brush and try to blend this out. Blend it up into the crease a little bit. Maybe I should have put some bronzer in the crease to have like a little something something, but I did not. So here we are. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. This is really out of my comfort zone, you guys. And I knew it would be. That's why I haven't tried this yet. When I swatched it in that video, I thought it swatched very beautifully and I thought it would be a really pretty eyeshadow shade, and it is. It's just not like something I would wear very often. So that's why it's taken me months to actually try this as a one and done. Okay, so I think that's pretty. It's not really my cup of tea. I feel like it has a very dark olivey green, almost black sort of base, but it does have a really pretty, I think you can see on camera, hopefully you can see on camera as well as I'm seeing in person, but it does have really beautiful like gold shimmers all through it. So it is like bouncing off the light and being reflective and pretty. I like it. It's just like not something I don't know if I would ever wear again, to be honest. But we're going for it for this video. Okay, next up, primer. We're just going to add on the Makeup Forever Hydra Booster Step 1 primer. I am trying that stick foundation, like I said, and I feel like it might be drying on me. Almost every other stick foundation I've tried in the past has been. So I want to give it a nice hydrating base to go on top of, give it less of a chance to be too drying and cakey on me. So we are going to go ahead and try out the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Multi-Use Foundation Stick. It's supposed to blur correction, have 24-hour wear, plus hydration. I picked up the shade Zero Neutral in this. So I have been wanting to try this stick foundation for quite a while. Morgan Turner raves about this. Plus one of my subscribers on a couple videos back said that she thought I would really enjoy this foundation. So that was just kind of the push I needed to go ahead and buy it before the sale ended a couple weeks ago. I did buy this after I filmed my Sephora sale haul, or I obviously would have included it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I've never met a stick foundation that I like. I have tried a Tarte one in the past, the Huda Beauty one she used to have, one from Makeup Revolution, and I feel like I'm missing one. I think I've tried a Wet n Wild, one from Wet n Wild. So I've tried, from what I remember off the top of my head, 4 other stick foundations in the past, and I haven't loved them. They've all been very drying on me and like cakey almost. So we'll see if this one works out. Again, I got the shade Zero in Neutral. I think it's gonna be a pretty decent shade match on me. Dior seems to run a little yellowy on me, so that might pull a little yellow, but you know, not the end of the world. It does feel very creamy when I'm blending it in. It doesn't feel like it'll be dry, so I don't know. I am just going to stripe it on my face and then use my sponge. Is that too much? Is that too little? Let's try to blend this out first and see what it's looking like. It does have the typical Dior scent. A lot of their foundations, well, I have 3 so far, and all 3 of them do have like a, I don't know, not sweet, but like a skincare-y sort of scent. It smells good, but if you are sensitive to scents, maybe keep that in mind. However, the other 2 foundations that I have from them, it doesn't seem to linger, so that's good. Like that scent doesn't linger. Okay, that did not provide very much coverage. Is this supposed to provide coverage? Maybe it's supposed to be medium. And I do know that I'm using it with a sponge, but I am not a brush girly when it comes to foundation. I've tried in the past, and that also makes my foundations look very dry. So while I like more coverage, I tend to use a sponge, which I know doesn't seem to make sense because you do get more coverage typically with a brush. I just don't really care for brushes. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit more here. Just start blending it in. I'm not loving it upon first little blend right here. Let me get it on my whole face and then we can judge it. I'm not loving this. It isn't providing a ton of coverage, like I said. I don't really know the coverage that it claims to have though. Maybe it does claim to have more medium coverage, and that is pretty much what I'm getting. And again, I know I'm using a sponge. Some of you are probably screaming at me like, use a brush, but like I just never like brushes. So I'm not going to try that today in this moment. So as you can see, like you can still see a bunch of my redness peeking through, the couple of like acne spots that I have on my skin right now. And it's kind of going into my pores really weird here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. Like right here, it's almost like it sunk into my pores and it's emphasizing the heck out of my pores. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is like really emphasizing my pores. I didn't use a pore filling primer, so maybe I should do that next time. Like I'm obviously going to give this more of a go than just this one time. And it is looking a bit dry on my nose here. If you can see like right there on the tip, it's like emphasizing some dryness. It's not looking too dry on my forehead, which is nice because that is a place where foundations usually do look dry on me. I'm going to add more. I don't know if that's a good idea. We're just going to add a little bit more. It did blend in nicely though. I will give it that. Like it is creamy. It doesn't tug on my skin. It doesn't take like a long time to blend in. It's just kind of looking like every other stick foundation I've tried in the past, which is like not the best on my skin. But I had high hopes for this one because I have, like I said, 2 other Dior foundations. I have their Dior Face and Body that I've only used 1 or 2 times, but I'm liking it so far. And then I also have their Dior Matte Foundation. They're like Forever Matte one. And I love that stuff. I went through 1 whole bottle and rebought it. So I had high hopes that I would like this stick foundation because it's Dior. But so far, I am not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. Ooh, this looks rough on. And I'm not blaming like Morgan Turner. I'm not blaming that subscriber who said she thought I would like it. I've been wanting to, this has been on my wish list for a while. I would have eventually picked it up and tried it regardless of any sort of like review I saw, subscriber comment. Like I would have eventually tried it. So I'm not like mad at them at all. And I'm not mad I tried it because like I said, I would have eventually tried it regardless. I'm just bummed that I am not liking this on me at all. Yeah, it's not looking good. Oh, now it's looking dry on my forehead once I added that second layer. I don't know if you can see. Maybe it's just not jiving with this hydrating primer. Okay, we're going to move on though. We're going to use that IT Cosmetics Do It All Radiant Concealer. In this, I have the shade Ferris Neutral 110. This like twists up and it comes out here. I tried this, there we go. I tried this in my most recent Trying New Makeup where I tried a couple different things. So I will have that video linked if you missed it and you want to check it out. But we're just going to put some under here and then here to try to cover up some of that redness. This I did like with the brush though. It came with a concealer brush. This is their Airbrush Angled Concealer Brush number 148. I tried it in that video with a sponge and this brush and I did like the brush more. So we're just going to blend this in. Not the best shade match for me. It's a little orangey, but once it's blended out, it ends up being fine. Also, I feel like it's oxidizing. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I like put it on and it's definitely getting darker / more orangey. Oh man, my nose is tragic right now. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, ew, okay. We're gonna try to go over that with a sponge. Maybe that'll help. I've only tried this concealer that one time. I didn't like hate it, but it definitely was not a favorite, so we'll see how it looks this time. Is this turning into a fail video? This was supposed to be just like a fun, silly, shop my stash, try a couple new products, and it's like kind of turning into I hate my makeup fail video, so that's fun. Yeah, this concealer's okay. There's nothing special about it, sadly. It doesn't really provide a ton of coverage, but that's kind of matching with the stick foundation I've got going on right now, so it's fine. I actually thought that stick foundation was going to be pretty full coverage. As you can see, at least on me, it's not with the application method I used. So from far away, it's looking fine. It's looking doable, but like up close, it's looking kind of tragic. We're going to keep this ball rolling though, because what else are we going to do? I'm not going to take this off. So we're going to keep going with the e.l.f. This is their Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour in the shade Fair / Light. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand here. We're going to go off that. Sorry, I've been kind of lacking on uploads lately. I am back on my working out and eating healthy grind, and for some reason, it is so hard for me to be able to compartmentalize and be able to be a really good stay-at-home mom and take care of Ivy, which is obviously my first responsibility, the first thing that I care about more than anything else on this earth, and then also find time to film and edit and eat healthy and work out. I know that that doesn't sound like it should be that hard to juggle, but for some reason for me it is. Every time I've gotten really into like eating healthy and working out, my YouTube channel kind of, I wouldn't say goes on the wayside, but I just have like less time for it, you know? So I am sorry about that. Also, I feel like my views have been down a little bit lately. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I feel like I'm making the same type of videos I've always made. And for some reason, I don't know if like the algorithm's just not pumping me out like it maybe used to, or I don't know what's going on. I feel like my views are down a tiny bit than what I'm used to, even though my subscriber count's staying the same and actually like going up a tiny bit. So that's just kind of a little confusing to me. For example, my Sephora haul, usually my Sephora haul does like really well on my channel, and it kind of didn't this time. It wasn't like terrible. And also I don't want that to come across as like complaining. I am grateful for any number of views, any number of subscribers. Like, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you so much. I'm not trying to come off as like complaining. Maybe it is. I'm sorry if that's the case. That's not what that's not what I'm intending. But it's just kind of when I'm already focusing on trying to eat healthy and work out and then trying to juggle YouTube on top of it, it's just kind of like a lot sometimes, you know? So I'm sorry for the lack of recent uploads. I will try to get back on my grind there too. The e.l.f. bronzer contour blended fine over that foundation. It's not looking like patchy, maybe a tiny bit on my forehead here, but it blended pretty nicely over the foundation. Next, we're going to use my Nudies all over face color in the shade Bareback. I love this blush so much. It's so beautiful. I'm going to apply some now, and then I'll probably also apply some after I set my face down, because this is a really great formulation where you can apply under powder or over powder, which I really enjoy. It's like the most beautiful, like neutrally pink tone on me, and I feel like it pairs well. Like I said in the Shop My Stash portion, I feel like it pairs well with this dark eyeshadow. Let me know what you guys think of this eyeshadow in the comments. Maybe I will like it once I'm all done with my makeup and I put on mascara. I feel like mascara really does transform the eye look and really help out a lot. If you're not, for me personally, if I'm not loving an eye look, if I just load up on the mascara, it usually helps me like it more. I went ahead and set my face off of camera with that Ami Colé powder. I picked the Skin Melt Loose powder in the shade Translucent. I love this powder, so I'm not surprised that it helped this foundation. It's definitely looking way more smooth on my skin. My pores are not as emphasized as they were, but this is a very blurring powder, so that makes sense. My forehead and my nose are still looking dry, especially my nose. It's just looking real terrible there. But the forehead isn't looking as bad now that it's set down. So yeah, setting it with powder definitely seemed to help the foundation, but I still don't love it. So we're going to move on to powder bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer, and this I have the shade 200 Fair. I don't know if they still make this. I used it in a recent-ish video the past couple of months, and when I went to go link it, I had a really hard time finding it. And if that's the case, that is a major bummer, because this is a beautiful bronzer. As you can see, I have pan in it. It's just a really nice tone on me. It's a great formulation. It's a type of bronzer where I can use a ton of it and not really have to worry or think about it. It just goes on nicely, doesn't get patchy, wears all day, is a great tone for me. Like I said, this 200 Fair shade. So yeah, I will try to find it and link it down below for you guys, but I don't remember last time I had trouble. I think I ended up being able to link it maybe on Walmart's website. So everything I use here today will be linked down below if you want to check them out and shop through them. They are affiliate links, just to be transparent with you. So maybe I won't talk about this too much and rave about it too much in case you cannot get your hands out anymore. But if you can, this is a really beautiful bronzer. We're going to use my trusty dusty Dior highlight quad. I love this stuff. We're just going to mix together the white and the gold. Just go boop, 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 and apply that here. Oh, look at that. Is that not stunning? Oh, that's stunning. I'm not super into highlight anymore, but this one is just so pretty. It keeps me into highlight. Okay, we are going to add a little smidge more of the Nudies Bareback. I feel like, I don't really need it. I guess I don't really need it. You can definitely still see it peeking through. We're going to do a tiny, tiny bit. I'm talking a tiny bit. More so to add a little bit of glow back to my cheeks, even though this is more of a matte blush. But I like a really heavy blush look, so we're doing it. Is that too heavy now? Maybe. e.l.f. Wow Brow. Will I ever get over this stuff? I don't think I will. I've been using it for years at this point. Like, pretty much only this brow product for years. It's just so good to me. Like, look at the difference. It's not a huge difference. It's really not. But this one just is a little bit more filled in on the inner portion here, which is what I want than this one right here. And it just looks bushier and more tame. Some of you are looking at them thinking they look exactly the same, which you would probably be correct. But to me, I see a difference. It's just so good. And I think I'm going to end up putting a little bit of bronzer on my lower lash line instead of more of that eyeshadow. Let me find my brush. We went to a wedding in Tennessee this past weekend. One of my cousins got married, which was so much fun. I love seeing that family. I don't see them very often, but I had just like packed all my makeup and then quickly unpacked it last night when we got home. And I feel like I can't find anything. Things are just all over the place. Okay, yeah, I think I like that more than adding more of that green on the lower lash line. Gives me a little subtle shadow without being too intense. I'm liking that. Same highlights mixed for the inner corner. Are you guys still into inner corner pop? Let me know. I cannot get rid of it. I just think it awakens my eyes and opens them and just makes them look so pretty. Oh, I don't think I'll ever give up an inner corner highlight. Maybe I will, but never say never, but I probably never will. I'm gonna go do mascara off camera, spray my face with setting spray, pick a lippy. Be right back. Okay, good news, guys. The mascara definitely helps me like the eye look a little bit more. Still out of my comfort zone, still not something I'm going to wear a ton, but the mascara did help. Also, the setting spray, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, helped the foundation too. It is still looking a little tiny bit dry on my nose and my forehead, but the setting spray did help melt it into my skin, give it a little bit of a hydration, and with the pop of highlight on the tip of my nose here, you can't really see how dry my nose is. If you looked really up close and personal, you would definitely see. You would see it. But right now you can't. So that is a plus. So not my favorite makeup look I've ever done, but I'm not hating it as much as I was. For lippies, I went ahead and decided to use my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Iconic Nude. I don't know why I cannot spit that out. So we're going to line my lips with this. Look at this little baby nub. Are you kidding me? It's tiny. It's almost gone, which I am excited about, but I have another one in backup because I love this lip liner. It feels so weird to be applying such a tiny lip liner. Definitely not as long wearing as my Freck lip liners, but I still do like this lip liner a lot. And then for my lip gloss, I decided to use the Kaja Juicy Glass in the shade Fig Smoothie. We're just going to apply this right on top. It's hard to get the doe foot out. Also, I don't want to get lip gloss on my shirt. You know how many times that's happened to me when you pull something out really quickly and it just goes everywhere? This is a brand new shirt and I would be very sad if it got lip gloss on it and got stained. Oh yeah, these two together, perfection. And that was it, you guys. This is the final look for my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me. What do you guys think down below? Overall, far away, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Up close and personal, there are some things that I could gripe about, but we're going to look past them. The foundation stick, where's it at? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Right now, it's not looking terrible. But man, when I first applied it, it was rough. The good thing about Dior foundations, though, is the other two that I have wear very beautifully on me throughout the day. They don't break down a ton. They seem to hold their coverage, like they wear really nicely. That is one of the things about Dior foundations. You're going to be paying a pretty penny. But in my experience in the past, the other ones I own, they wear really nicely. So hopefully this wears really nicely throughout the day. But other than that, I don't hate this makeup look. I think it looks pretty. This eyeshadow for a time and a place, maybe a date night, is really pretty. I like the sparkle on it. And I always love wearing this blush. So let me know down below what you think of the look. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on today's video. Definitely make sure you click the link at the top of my description box to shop their Mother's Day sale. Take a look at their beautiful necklaces, their earrings, their options. They have some cute matching sets just for yourself, your mom, your sister, your grandma, your best friend, anyone in your life who is rockin' being a mom and you want to give them a little Mother's Day gift and say, hey, you're awesome, I love you. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, you're awesome, I love you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.